What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. How are you on this Thursday morning? How are you? It's the fall season. It is October. The leaves are falling. Life is beautiful. Good morning, Marion. Good morning, Pastor Alex. God is doing an amazing work. I sense his presence. Yes, another worship type of morning again today, similar to that of what I shared with you last week. Good morning, Kim Hill. Good morning, Oscar. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Before I come on my News in Motion, most mornings I'm able to jump on a prayer line with Elder Ruth Pugh. And this morning, I was exhausted. Good morning, Jamie. I was exhausted. This morning, I just didn't feel good. I was just tired. Believe it or not, when you are researching, consuming all this information, it takes an emotional and mental toll on you. And I've been trying to find that balance so that I'm not consuming all of everything that I'm reading. Good morning, Latrice. So I try my best to still away and spend time with the Lord. Good morning, Antoinette. Good morning, Brenda Randleman. And there are times I'm able to do it, and there's times that I'm not. Watching those hearings, good morning, Deborah, just really began to suck the life out of me, and I had to even step away from watching the hearings, the Supreme Court hearings, that is. And so this morning, it was one of those mornings I was able, and I really felt led to jump on the prayer call. Again, that's every morning at 6:30, live Facebook Live with Elder Ruth Pugh. And she stopped. She was praying, and she stopped, and she says something like, there's weakness in somebody's body. I don't remember her exact words. And, sometimes you don't want to let anybody know it's you, but I could hear God say, let her know she's going to pray for you. So I just typed in the chat like y'all do with me and said, that's me. And no one else typed that I could see that it was them. She asked me, good morning to my brother, Louis Prayer. She asked me, good morning, Adrian. She says, Gail, that's you. And she just started praying. She said, lay your hands on yourself. She just started praying. She's in Lorain or Elyria, Ohio. Yep, those were her words. Marion was on there as well. So was Brenda Randleman. And y'all, she began to pray for me, and I felt a peace that came over my body. I felt strength coming back. I felt my mind clearing up. Listen, y'all, there is power in prayer. So I had a worship experience this morning. So if I look a mess, it's because I left that prayer call and jumped on here to do News in Motion. Good morning, Melissa McDonald Smitherman. Good morning, Yolanda. So I am feeling great this morning. So I want to get to this. Now, I want to say this, but I will deal with this on tomorrow because I still am uncovering research. Good morning, Lachelle. So I'm going to start with this. Twitter has Ice Cube melting. Yes, they do, especially Black Twitter. They are demolishing Ice Cube. I'm still researching, doing my own research before I give you anything else. Good morning, Vicki. On the topic, and I will discuss this tomorrow. So if you have any questions about Ice Cube and what he said and what he's doing, I'm looking at different articles. Some articles are contradicting other articles. I've reached out to a few major sources, waiting for them to respond to me to give me more information. But I will say this, Ice Cube cannot speak for me. And we'll talk more about that on tomorrow. But if we're trying to be the Malcolms and the Martins of years ago who were true leaders, you can't do it alone, and you can't do it without everyday people. So I want to say that, but we're going to do it again. I'm going to make sure that I break this down tomorrow because I want to have facts to give to you before I talk about Ice Cube. Now, the other thing that Ice Cube should have thought about, because he's getting beat up now, is like you should have thought about everyone who went before you, the Omarosas, the Steve Harveys, I don't know where Kanye is, but other people who's gone before you, and you saw what happened to them. Good morning, Beverly. You saw what happened to them. So I just want to say that, but tomorrow we will deal with the Ice Cube, whatever you want to call it. Okay, oh my, I really do feel good, y'all. I told y'all I came on here after a time of worship where I was struggling, because this stuff will wipe your mental and emotional capacity. Good morning, Tammy Heim. Y'all, that's my girl. That's my girl. I'll talk about her another time. That's my girl, though. Y'all, everybody should know Tammy Heim. All right, so y'all, let's talk laughter. And this bothered me, and I want to talk about this because it bothered me. I'm not talking about it for any other reason. Y'all, Monday night, there was a debate for the senator debate in Kentucky with Amy McGrath and Senator Mitch McConnell. They had a debate, and you can still catch it. You can still catch it. I want to know about my girl, Tammy. How's my girl doing? How's she growing up? You can catch it if you go to YouTube and look it up. Now, this is what bothered me. As she was talking, laying out a plan, when she was talking, asking honest questions, she was simply asking questions. He was laughing, almost to some degree, uncontrollably. And it bothered me. Yes, Victoria, the debate was embarrassing. And I didn't understand why. And now, hear me. I'm not even talking party lines. Y'all know where I'm at with that. I'm not even talking party lines. I'm talking about the fact that here was a male laughing at a female as if she doesn't have a place to come to the table. And we do have a place to come to the table. Speaking of Tammy Heim, who is on here, she did a gathering, I believe it was in Denver, Tammy, with about maybe 12 or 15 women. We gathered together. It was, you know, it's always great to be invited to the table. And I'll never forget this, Tammy. We had to come up with something about our names, or about who we are, and it had to be short. And my thing was Gail Speaks. And I think I've been speaking ever since that day, Tammy. I think I've been speaking ever since that day. So when you're invited to the table, you're saying you have a place at the table. And what Senator McConnell was doing really did disturb me. Again, I'm not talking party lines. I'm talking about a fact that there is a senior male in leadership who was laughing to what I believe he was uncontrollably laughing. And I thought, what is happening right now? And the moderator did not stop him from doing that. It was an embarrassment. I prayed for Amy McGrath. I was sitting there like, and I mean, I looked at her strength. Even during that, she would look over at him a couple times, and he was cracking up. And then at one point, there were several points, not one point. There were several points where the moderator said, do you want to respond to that? He said, no, I'm not going to respond to that. Almost like he did not have to debate. So my question is then, why did you show up? Did you show up to try to embarrass her? Because that wasn't cool. That was not okay. And I share that this morning to say, as believers, those of us who are believers, you all know I'm a believer that's on here. I know everyone who tunes in is not. As a leader, as a CEO, as a business owner, as an executive director, we have a responsibility to at least listen to what the other person is saying. And I think that's part of the problem today. All she's ever had to do was show up. Yes, you're right. And I think the part of the problem today is that we have lost, in some cases, we have lost the ability to listen. Maybe if we would be still long enough, we will hear what our constituents are saying so that we can do better. And that's one of the, I think we're all at odds with each other. There's a huge divide. We feel it, we see it, we know it at this point, but no one's listening. It's almost as if we have to scream to say, I'm hurting, I'm being disenfranchised, I'm being marginalized, I'm being avoided, I'm being treated XYZ, I'm being abused, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or physically. And then when we're saying, listen to me, y'all, all of that is on the ballot. I believe all of that is on the ballot. And people are saying, listen to me. Listen to me. Let's be honest. Y'all know I'm going to come here with truth and honesty on News in Motion. On one hand, we have the divide of black and white. Can't hide it. Can't hide it. We have a serious divide. On another hand, we have a divide of Republican and Democrats. Can't deny it. Can't hide it. On the other side, y'all, which is becoming very magnified, we have a divide between women and men. It's there. It is there. And it has a stronger heartbeat every day of this division. And no one's listening. No one's listening. Yes, Lachelle, all of that is on the ballot, y'all. All of that is on the ballot. And it's almost like there's an urgency to pay attention to what's on the ballot. Again, I've been saying this for y'all, and God, guess what, y'all? We are this is like the 84th episode of News in Motion. Can y'all believe that? We're almost to 100. Just a side note. So I've been saying for, I guess, 84 episodes, I've been saying that, y'all, it's not about the names on the ballot. It's not about the names. It's about how they vote, what they're going to do. What is this going to look like? Now, I'm saying this carefully. Some of us watch the series. They were always there, 45 Fuels. The series, and I'm being very careful how I relate this, but I want to throw this in here. I had to stop. I can't watch any more Handmaid's Tales. I can't. Handmaid's Tales. I can't. There are so many similarities. I'm going, what is going on? And this was done a long time ago. And I said, whoa, is this? I know we're not, I pray we're not headed there. But I'm looking at this saying, wow, women have become so empowered. And we're raising our voices. We're standing up. We're calling things out. Is this a ploy to now silence us? So again, with Senator Mitch McConnell and the way he was laughing at Amy McGrath, I'm thinking, first of all, she has outraised you. She has millions upon millions of dollars. Yes, her numbers in the poll are low, but she has positioned herself and people have given her that seat at the table. How dare you laugh at her? If anything, you should have respect for her because she made it to be the last person on the ballot to be able to sit beside you. That's where I'm at with that. I didn't mean to stay there that long. And by the way, and I'm going to just be honest with y'all. Y'all know I'm a prayer warrior. While I was watching that debate, and I've watched it a couple of times on YouTube before I even shared it with you, because Tuesday I would have been too angry to share it, so I had to give it a few days to simmer so I could share it with you. When I was watching it on yesterday saying, God, I'm praying for a turnaround for Amy McGrath. Lord, can you show her your favor and turn this and these numbers around? Turn it around, God. Turn it around. Now, I don't know if God's going to answer the prayer. I don't know what's going to happen. But I did. I went to praying for Amy McGrath just because of the way she was being treated. I thought that was ridiculous. Okay, y'all, let's talk voting. Y'all give yourselves a hand. As of yesterday, 2.7 million ballots cast. 2.7 million, regardless of who you voted for. 2.7 million people have used their voice as of yesterday. 2.7 million. North Carolina, if you're listening, if any of you have friends, family of voting age for North Carolina, today, early voting, some of you have already started lining up as of 4 a.m. this morning. Y'all ain't playing with this 4 a.m. stuff. 4 a.m. Hopefully you have your vote plan. Hopefully you have a sandwich. Hopefully you have your crackers, your insulin, your medication, your water, some comfortable shoes. Hopefully, women, you got my memo that if I can see through your leggings, they're not leggings, they're tights. You want to make sure you have on leggings and not tights. I don't want to see pink or purple or royal blue undies. We don't want to see that on TV. We don't want to see that. So please, 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 hopefully you have a chair. If you're now just getting up, headed out to the polls to line up in North Carolina, have what you are needing. Get that bologna sandwich. We're not too grown, not too advanced, and not have bologna. Get the Wonder Bread, the cheese, the bologna. Get your couple sandwiches, a protein bar. Get what you need, y'all. It's going to be long. They've been saying 10 to 12-hour waits in these lines on the first day. Get your vote on, though, y'all. Get your vote on. Now, once you vote, and this is for everyone that's watching, once you vote, go. You said no mayo. That's right, Demia. No mayo. It may mess up your stomach. Get some Tums too, y'all. Get an apple, and y'all, the crackers, get saltine crackers to help settle the stomach. You may even want to grab you a ginger ale just in case. Get some Pepto-Bismol tablets, something. But have what you need. All right, y'all, once you vote, I'm asking everyone, and for those of us who have voted, it's not too late. We can still do it. Take a selfie, say you voted, do a Facebook Live, do a social media post, whatever. Text at least 3 people. Text at least 3 people and say, hey, I voted. It felt good. Did you get your vote on? Y'all, that helps get people motivated and get them going. So do that. You don't know what's on the ballot? No problem. Go to www.ballotready.org. Somebody put that in the thread in case somebody new is on here. Go to www.ballotready.org. You put in your state, you put in your zip code, you put in whatever they're asking you to put in. They will tell you your polling location. They will tell you who's on the ballot. You can print that out or take a screenshot of it on your phone or whatever. That's not what you use to vote with. That just gives you a sample ballot that you can follow so that you know who you're voting for once you get in there. So make sure you do that. You can also go to www.ballotpedia.org. Again, that's www. If somebody can put this in there as well, thank you. www.ballotpedia.org. That's another great site. All right, y'all, I noticed on the ballot last Friday, and I may have mentioned this on Monday, but I want to mention it again. I noticed when I went to vote last Friday on the ballot, there were many who had no one running against them. I was mad. Again, I don't care what side of the aisle you want. Why is somebody running by themselves? Which brought up 2 things for me. 1 was probably financial, and 2 was probably education. Which means, y'all, there is a clean opportunity. There's an amazing opportunity. Good morning, Nisi. There's an amazing opportunity for somebody to have and develop some sort of firm, some sort of voters education firm. Y'all, there's an opportunity here because there were too many names, too many positions on the ballot in Delaware County that did not have anybody running against them. We got to do better. We got to see what's going on and why we can't get people to run. We got to figure out how we can come together to get behind somebody so that they can run. Y'all, we have to do that. I won't stay long on this because we're already in the middle of an election cycle, but that came to me. So we'll talk about this going forward after the election, okay? All right, y'all, New York Times is reporting 8 million people. Y'all, 8 million people have slipped into poverty. 8 million people. Same thing in North Carolina. Thanks, Kim Kills, for sharing. I keep forgetting you moved to North Carolina. Yes, same thing is happening in North Carolina, y'all. We gotta figure that out. So we'll work on that after the election. New York Times is reporting that 8 million people have slipped into poverty since May, as federal aid has dried up. Researchers from the University of Chicago and Notre Dame found that poverty has grown. Y'all, poverty has grown by 6 million people in the past 3 months. Yeah. And here's what's really painful. For me, as an African-American female, circumstances have worsened for Black people and children. Food insecurity is on the rise. Homelessness is happening. People are being evicted. People are being foreclosed on. And still, Congress, both the House and the Senate, they have not agreed on a bill. That bill expired, y'all, early August. So there's no jobless benefits. The $600 a week has disappeared. It is gone. It is gone. No insurance. The coronavirus numbers are on the rise. They may soon be put out. Here's my question. What are we going to do? I've been asking you, if you go to the grocery store, pick up extra food if you're able to, and take it to the food bank. Take it to your church. Take it to wherever you need to take it to. If you have a parachurch ministry, what are you doing? How can you help? What do we need to do, y'all? What do we need to do? I want us to discuss that as well. What do we need to do? Yeah, I said we're going to talk about him tomorrow, but why Ice Cube trying to get a $5 billion platinum plan? He need to be giving $5 billion to people in his neighborhood who need some help. I won't go there. I'll talk about him tomorrow. We'll talk about him tomorrow. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Yeah, and if you know somebody who's struggling, see, here's the other problem. I didn't mean to go here this long, but I'm here, so I'm going to go here. See, this is what happened. Elder Ruth Pugh prayed for me this morning. I got all this strength and energy, so I'm just going to go in. Here's what's happening. Yeah, she's an anointed woman. Let me just tell you this. Here's what's happening. People aren't sharing their situation because they don't want to be embarrassed or laughed at or chastised. See, this is what people don't understand. You can drive a Mercedes. You can drive a Mercedes and have the resources to do it. Had a great job, had great everything, and could do it. One thing can happen like a pandemic. And things will begin to dwindle when the job is lost, and then you're living off of your savings, and you're trying not to tap into your 401k. You're trying not to go there, but you're trying to survive. You're trying to breathe. The next thing you find out, you have nothing. You have nothing. I shared with you, I lost 9 contracts. Actually, now it's more than that. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? And I have no problem being transparent. What am I going to do? Well, you know what? We don't need this 4-bedroom house. Let's downsize. I ain't embarrassed. Let's downsize. I don't need to live in Lewis Center. I don't need to do that. Too much house to clean anyway. Yeah, that's where we are, y'all. So see, people aren't sharing their story because we become so like, ooh, that happened to you. You didn't plan right. No, something happened. There's a pandemic. I don't care how much you have saved. That can all disappear too. The stock market keeps crashing. It keeps going down, going up, going down, going up. It's like a seesaw. It's like a roller coaster. We don't know, y'all. We don't know. So we have to take on the responsibility to be our brothers and our sisters' keepers without saying you owe me or without telling the world about what's happening. We have a responsibility. We really do. And y'all know I'm a believer. And I believe that Jesus is saying, let me see what my children going to do. Let me see what's happening. Girl, let me tell you, downsize feels good. Ooh, girl, I took over, while Dominic was home, I took over 10 carloads with my seats down of stuff to Goodwill, the Grace Haven Human Trafficking Center, a domestic violence center. People were like, some of this stuff is new, which also just said to me, what's wrong with me? Why do I have stuff that's new? Why did I buy it if it still has a tag on it? I don't need those things. So get rid of those things. And I think we all have to do a purging. But I believe with everything in me that God is showing us himself, saying, what are my children going to do? With all this access that you have, who are you helping? How many people have I sent to your door and you turned them away? Y'all, I really did not mean to go here. I really didn't. But people are hurting. Y'all, 8 million people are now facing poverty, and it has grown by 6 million in the last 3 months. The last 3 months, people. So when you're at the grocery store, if you can grab an extra 3 cans of corn, of soup, of something that are not that non-perishables, and then take to your church or take to the food bank. Just take them. If you know someone, yes, mind, body, spirit as well. If you know someone who is needing some assistance, don't put them on blast. Go, don't even tell them that you're coming. Knock on the door, lay the box there in front of their door and go to your car. Don't even text them and say, hey, I dropped off something. It's not even important to know who dropped it off. It's not even important to know. Okay, y'all, I got to keep going. Coronavirus numbers in the U.S., 8,153,740 confirmed cases, 221,872 deaths, recovered 5,279,651. Remember, I go to the World Health Organization. I bypass the CDC. Y'all, in Long Island, there was a Sweet 16 party. I know we want to party. I know we want to gather with our family and friends. I know we want to do all those things. But from that party, 270 have been quarantined. 270 have been quarantined. What is it about us in this Western culture that we cannot just be still? We can't be still. We can't be still. I wanted to have a celebration on my 55th birthday. That was in July. I could not do it. Didn't want to do it. And it's okay. Guess what? If God gives me another year, I'll celebrate next year if we can. But 270 people, which means how many people were at your party, sis, for a Sweet 16? That 270 had to be quarantined. And as Governor Como said, he said it wasn't that sweet, was it? He was fired up yesterday talking about this. Y'all, we got to do better. What is it about our culture that we just can't be still? The word says, be still and know that I am God. Maybe many of us need to be still. Whew, I am on that today. All right, y'all, on the last day, really, this happened, y'all, in Virginia. Cables were cut down in Virginia voters' portal. Wasn't that strange? They just got cut down there. Interesting. And a lawsuit has been filed, and that's the AP reporting. A judge did come and extend the last day of voting registration in Virginia, but I thought that was very strange that out of all the cables, that's the one that was cut. That was just strange. And it was cut in one of the areas that, the marginalized areas. That's where they were cut. Just saying. Just thought I'd tell you. All right, y'all, there are 2 town hall meetings tonight. It was supposed to be debate night. Thank God it's not debate night because I don't know if I can handle another one of those. But Joe Biden had already said that he was going to do a town hall on ABC. Well, while the occupant of the Oval decided he wasn't going to debate at all. So Joe Biden said, well, I'm going to keep going with ABC, so we'll just do a town hall. Well, now he's going to do one on NBC. Now, you do what you want to, pick whichever one you want to pick. I'm not watching either one of them. I'm going to wait for the clips to come through. Because we already know their platform. We already know what they're going to do or what they say they're going to do. And I said that about both of them. All right, y'all, the Supreme Court, she continues to decline to answer questions. That's what we're getting because she will be confirmed. But just FYI, that's what we're getting. For the win, y'all, for the win today, all husbands. Yep, I said it, all husbands, every last single one of them. All husbands, especially those husbands who are supporting people like myself and others who are advocating, who are raising their voices, who are helping people, who are discerning things, who are standing up, who are being a voice for those who feel that they do not have a voice. So we are going to just cheer up these husbands, these black men, these white men, these Hispanic men, these Latino men, these African men, all of them, every label you want to give. We just want to salute these husbands. Now, I need to be very clear. This is Domestic Violence Month. I'm not shouting out the husbands who are weak and want to beat their wives. No, you need to go get some help. And if you know anybody who is being domestically abused by their spouse or anyone else, make sure you get them to safety. We have a responsibility to make sure we get them to safety. Yesterday, I was at a meeting with a girlfriend of mine. We were social distancing. And this is a place that I go to every now and then. And the person said to me, one of the workers asked me to come on to the side. We were social distancing there. Well, she said, I need you to pray for me. And I said, why? So she gave me permission to share with you. I won't share the name. She says, my daughter was abused and beaten last night. So this would have been Tuesday night, to the point that she is doing everything she can to hold on to her life. That's how bad she was beaten by her husband. She said the husband has been arrested, and the mom of the son of the husband, the mom of the man who beat the young lady, and she's the young lady is 22. The girl who's in the hospital holding on for her life is age 22. She is holding on for her life. He beat her that bad. The mom does not want the mom of the daughter, the wife, to press charges. And the mom said, are you crazy? She goes, and all these years I've never laid a hand on my daughter. And I didn't want her to marry your son. And now she's in the hospital holding on to her life because he beat her that bad. So I told her that, I said, well, you know, I do News in Motion. She may be on here. I'm not for sure. But we're going to pray for her. You don't need to know her name. God knows who she is. So y'all make sure of that. So for the win, all husbands, for all those weak husbands who want to beat their wives, you need to get some help. You need to get some help. All right, y'all, my inspirational message for today. Y'all know IG is mad at me because I'm not over there yet. Inspirational message for today is peace. I speak peace to all of us. I speak peace. And the reason I speak peace to all of us is because, as I was sharing with you earlier, when Elder Ruth Pugh prayed for me, I could feel the peace of God. It was amazing. And y'all see, I'm like fully sure. I was like weak. I was like, how am I going to do this morning? So I speak the peace of God to all of you. Just like peace came to me, I speak it to all of you. I speak it to all of you. All right, y'all, tomorrow, 7:25, right here with your News in Motion. We're gonna dissect Ice Cube. We're gonna look into this. Not just him, I have some other headlines as well, but instead of questions, but if you have a certain question on the topic of Ice Cube, please let me know. And I'm going to do my best, and I didn't warn her, but I'm going to do my best to see how to, and I meet with my millennial team today, I'm going to do my best to see how I can bring on the screen to Mia Candide. Yeah, because we got to talk about Ice Cube. So I'll be working on that today. Hopefully I'll be able to bring on the screen to Mia, and if somebody knows how to do it, let me know, because I also want to be able to upload it to YouTube after we're done. So I know we can record Zoom, and I think we can record StreamYard. So I got to figure out all the particulars. I know Damia's probably rolling her eyes at me right now. Oh, and she just gave me the eyeballs. Yep, Damia, I love you, girl. I love you. We cool, girl. All right, y'all, I'm out. IG has probably kicked me to the curb. I'm going to just go on there real quick. But I'm Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. You make it a great day. I'll see you here tomorrow at 7:25. Peace out.